Damn, those fucking cones are fucked. Let's see where we at here. Howdy back at you. I'm gonna wait for some people to come in here before we see what conversations are sparked, and in the meantime, I'm going to roll the doobage because it's time to roll the doobage. Chicago Slim Shady, hello. Chris, Laura, Screw, Pajane, Pennsylvania Jenny. Never mind. I'm a dumbass. I'm like, is her name is Pagini? All right, just flow with it, Tom. Just whatever it is. It's Pagini. I mean, fuck it. You named the kid Magnolia. What the fuck you bitching about? Australia, Orlando, Pittsburgh. Chris, how you doing? Hello from where I am. How was your Taco Tuesday? It is fine. How are all the animals? They are fine. Sorry, I'm getting notifications up at the top because I'm engaged in a conversation with a dumbass on Facebook. Greetings from Rockford. How you doing? That's so weird. You just said Magnolia. I was just looking up the name Magnolia. I have a daughter named Magnolia. Absolutely loved the halftime show. It was phenomenal. I didn't watch the halftime show. I took a shower during halftime. You think it would be a better and more fair place if men were able to get pregnant too? It's not fair that only women get to have the honor of carrying a baby in their womb. As a man, I'm going to go ahead and say pass on the fucking childbirth thing, but you do you, man. If medical science allows you to get to a point where you can get knocked up, have at it. First of all, I'm beyond having babies at this point in time. I'm 54 years old. I'm done. And secondly, yeah, I don't ever want to see the tip of my schwang just go and spit out a human being. I'm good. I'm more than good. I am fucking awesome without that in my life. You know what I mean? I'm fucking spectacular without ever having to experience that. Let me move this over and move this in here. What did you see, Kid Rock? Said Kid Rock by accident in '97 at a place called Magnolia. Well, thank you, Snyder. I'm still recovering from the Tapusa show. Kid Rock lip syncs was so bad. Yeah. It's a fucking 55-year-old man lip syncing his own songs in a damn near vacant warehouse with leftover pyrotechnics from a funeral in jorts. How's Renee and the family? Knock on wood, so far so good. Magnolia is still pregnant as fuck. Lily is just engrossed in school and work. We haven't seen her in a few weeks, and we won't see her for another month and a half. Tommy's doing the school bowling. He's in a scholastic bowl team. He's doing all of that shit. You know, it is what it is, you know. Remember when halftime meant bathroom breaks and another plate of food, no BS political opinions? Those were good times. What was political about that halftime? He sang about how we're all one people. He celebrated his own childhood. He celebrated his life in Puerto Rico. He brought in an actual taco stand from Los Angeles. He had an actual wedding. What was political about his halftime show, if you don't mind me asking? And I understand what you're saying, that you would like for it to be something where you had a chance to take a break and get up and go to the bathroom. Let's focus in on the political part, though. What was political about Bad Bunny's show? People made it political because they don't like him, but what was political about his show? Haven't seen the injured cat in a few days. I do remember putting on the heads. I remember Up with People. Yeah, his message was about love and unity. And people are saying, well, it was a political message. And I don't understand what's political about love and unity. If we're making love and unity political, then we are a fucked society for sure. Good evening to you and Renee. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. You couldn't understand Bad Bunny, but then again, you couldn't understand Kid Rock, right? Bow with the ba, the bang, the dang, diggy. Everybody see me lip sync my own fucking song. What was one hell of a sentence to walk into? Sorry, I don't know what you walked in on. My apologies. Puerto Rican here loved the halftime show. I didn't even watch it. I don't know any of his songs. I didn't think I was going to necessarily enjoy it. I haven't enjoyed the past several halftime shows. So I was like, yeah, fuck it. I'm going to go take a shower. Have I seen the new Pop-Tart Peeps? Good God, no. Yeah, the Usher halftime show was done. Most of the most recent halftime shows I didn't like, and I love Snoop Dogg and Dre. I didn't like that one. My when my Indianapolis Colts won the Super Bowl, I didn't like the Prince Super Bowl in the rain, and I fucking love Prince. There have been some really shit Super Bowls, halftime shows. It's hilarious how Turning Point has the same abbreviation as toilet paper. So do I. My nickname at work for years and years and years was TP. As a matter of fact, we had those uniforms that some company provided us, those fucking polyester pants and the button-down shirts with the patch on it with your name on it, and it said TP. My business card said TP. Because that's who I was. Best halftime show of modern memory, Bruno Mars. Here's what I don't like about the halftime shows anymore. I don't like the big elaborate production. Put a fucking stage out there, put a fucking musical act out there, and let them do their thing. I don't need all the fucking props and setups and fucking, God. Nobody wants to watch Kid Rock sing. You could have stopped right there. Nobody wants to watch Kid Rock sing. Period. End of sentence. Sums it up. Accurate as fuck. That's why they had to pay people to be there. Sherry, hello. Algeria, hello. Erie, Pennsylvania. Still rolling? Yeah, I'm packing some cones. You enjoyed my interview with Tennessee Brando on Monday? Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Next week is going to be Boston Smalls on Monday. For those who didn't get a chance to see my interview with Tennessee Brando last night, it is on my page in the form of a video, the entire hour and 10 minutes. So you can go check it out after this, of course, and you can see my conversation with Tennessee Brando. And like I said, next week will be Boston Smalls, and then I have 3 weeks in a row where I have some candidates on, and then we're working on the next batch of guests. You love Boston Smalls? Yeah, I've been mutuals with him for a hot minute. And we're going to be talking on Monday about how fucked we are as a nation. I have reached out to Texas Paul. Do you like Lego sets? No, my son loves them, but I don't. My son loves them. My daughter's partner loves them, but I don't dig on Lego sets. You're hot for Boston Smalls? Well, he is married. My favorite 90s movie of all time? I don't know. I'd have to sit down and look at which movies were in the decade of the 90s and then pick from them. Sometimes you can blur lines and think something was from the 90s, but it was from the early 2000s or the late 80s. When you interview Texas Paul, it will be TP interviewing TP. Who's Boston Smalls? I live in Australia. He's another content creator here in the United States, obviously from the Boston area. He's people tend to like him. He and his wife do content. Ransom was a good movie. Long live the Grateful Dead. Is that weed, good dude? Yes, it is, my good dude. New subscriber, I like your style. Thank you very much. Welcome in. I do Tuesday night lives where I interact with the people who consume my content. There are no guests. It's just me and you, and it's whatever the hell you guys are bringing up in the comment section. I don't ever have a topic. On Monday nights, I interview guests, and on Saturday nights, coming up soon, it's going to be my wife and I going live together. You know somebody that's trying to become an ICE agent? Yeah, that's not good. You don't know Hindi? Hindi? Who's Hindi? Good raps make a difference? Did I understand what you said? I mean, I think I did, but I don't know. Oh, is that weed good? My bad. Yes, I don't. Life is too short to buy bad weed. Hindi is the majority language in India. No, I don't know Hindi. Have you ridden a motorcycle? I've been on motorcycles over the course of my life, but I do not own a motorcycle. ICE, keep up the great work. Oh, look, we found our first Nazi of the night. You can't wait to see Renee again. Saturday nights coming up soon. We'll be doing a live together, and then hopefully taking that audio and putting it up on Spotify in the form of podcast. No, there are no animals in here with me. They don't typically come in when I shut the door to do a live like this. You are an English speaker, right? Is your phone translating my voice into something else? What YouTubers do you like to watch? Well, I like my friend Nate's channel. Always have. Narrowway Homestead. I enjoy watching his content. And of course, I watch the same people that I watch over on TikTok. Over I watch Legal Dad and Hawk and people like that. V from Under the Desk News. But then I kind of scroll and I watch clips here and there. The Guitar on the Wall, man. I dig it. Thank you very much. Love the Dead. Right on. Here. This piece here next to the guitar is a piece of metal that was cut out. The steely was cut out with a flame, with a fire. This is done by a follower of mine that just sent it to me randomly. This picture underneath the guitar is the Grateful Dead on stage in the Alpine Valley in the 80s. This is one of 5,000 serigraphs made of this painting. It's Jerry Garcia playing the guitar, and then it's got a string of images of Jerry over the course of his life at the bottom. Each one is signed, each one is numbered. And then, how the fuck do I do this? There it is. This one on the wall in front of me is a pencil drawing of Jerry and his guitar that was already framed in the red matte and black frame and was hanging in the house of a follower of mine in Florida. And a few years ago, he was downsizing and he just sent it to me. He didn't even ask me if I wanted it. He just sent it to me from Florida and said, here, I'm downsizing. I don't know anybody else that would want it as bad as you. Please take it and find a home for it. And there it is on the wall in front of me. So, back to dubage rolling. Yeah, I have. So the wall here is a music wall, and the wall here is a music wall. So really quickly, the artists on the music wall include the Grateful Dead, the Beatles, the Grateful Dead, Bob Marley, the Eagles, Eddie Van Halen, ZZ Top, Cliff Burton of Metallica, John Mellencamp, AC/DC, Jerry Garcia, a Grateful Dead piece I got over here. Every Silver Lining's got a touch of Gracie, that brown piece. It's a heavy wooden piece that this dude on Facebook made. It's fucking awesome. Take a screen grab of it before I move the phone if you want to look at it in more detail. Anyway, and then we've got the Black Crowes, Ozzy and Randy, Dave Matthews, a Woodstock poster, Stevie Nicks, Jimi Hendrix, Jerry Garcia, Naked Raygun, Run DMC and the Beastie Boys, the Blues Brothers, George Clinton, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Cheap Trick, Rush, Pink Floyd, Iron Maiden, Melissa Etheridge, and then I've got Joan Jett going up there soon. And then I got my travel wall is back here. You see I got my skulls on I got my books and my knickknacks and my skulls and my lava lamp and my mini guitars over here. And then this is a travel map And even though I've been a bunch of places, my wife and I have been to a handful of places. So these are selfies of my wife and I going places, and then there's push pins up here, and then the wall over here to my right is the wall that has the door going in and out of the bedroom and the closet doors. And there's a mural on the closet doors, and then just a whole bunch of different marijuana paraphernalia and memorabilia and the open spaces around it. Iron Maiden rocks. How did I come up with the Buzz title? I don't know. Just needed to call it something. Talking heads are okay. Got to surround yourself with what you love. It's chaos in here, and I kind of thrive in chaos. When I was a landscape project manager, I thrived in chaos. The more jobs I had juggling up in the air, and the more guys I had working spread out over a bigger area, the more I tended to focus and zoom in. And if you walked into this room, it's just chaos. I mean, here, this is the wall here. This is the mural on my closet doors, and you see all the memorabilia and paraphernalia that I squeeze into every fucking inch of space all the way around. It's everywhere. It's fucking everywhere. And so it's chaotic. My big giant ass fucking desk here looks like a tornado hit it 24/7. But I know where like fucking everything is. So it works. It works. There's piles on the floor and piles on shelves, and I've got this fucking pile of shit behind me that I haven't processed and put into file folders yet, which is just fucking enormous. And it'll all get cleared out of here shortly because we're coming up on tax season. And so I gotta file shit, and I gotta put shit in different bins for the accountant and shit, and it'll all kind of work its way down here shortly. Wonder if we're getting a delivery. Hoarders is chaos, yes, and we have personal experience with hoarding in the family, both sides of the family. But yeah, this is controlled chaos. It's chaos that works for me. Oh, Fama is telling you to smash the hell out of the like button. Thank you, I appreciate that. All right, that's enough dubage rolling for Esta Noche. Any hoodles. You did hear Clyde. That's why I said I didn't know if we were having getting a delivery or something like that because he barked. My age. I'm going to be 54 in May. I'm currently 53 years old. I will be 54 on May 13th. I was born May 13th, 1972 at Gottlieb Hospital just outside Chicago, Illinois, in Melrose Park, Illinois. Are we live? Yes, we're live. Every Tuesday I go live with just the people who watch the content. Let's see what you guys have to say and chat you up for an hour or so. My dad's cousin used to play with Vincent Fernandez. He used to play guitar with him. My dad from Guadalajara. Interesting. I know I was not born yet when Kent State happened. How am I? I'm kind of pudgy, slightly wrinkly, sometimes achy, depending on what I just got done doing. Always pretty crabby. Tom Waits is all right. As long as you know where everything is. Yes, I quite literally live out of one backpack and then got my Epiphone. Oh, okay, right on. I uh, I I lived out of a backpack for a while. I talk about it in my book. Uh, Spring of '92 to August of '95. How long did it take me to write and publish my first book? A year, a little less. No worries, Jesus. ZZ Top is good in concert. Never seen him. What do you think of the halftime show? Didn't watch it. Didn't watch it. Greetings from Clearwater, Florida. Have you seen/heard Joe Russo's Almost Dead? I don't believe I have. Where did you camp? Everywhere. Everywhere. I walked, hitchhiked back and forth across the country. Did you ever? I actually like Kid Rock's music. I mean, you want me to be completely honest with you? I still have. I won't buy any more Kid Rock songs, and I won't buy any more Ted Nugent songs. But I have Kid Rock songs on my phone. I have Ted Nugent songs on my phone. It's a shame that he turned out to be a fucking douchebag, you know. But is what it is. I mean, you listen to some of Kid Rock's early stuff, and he was actually putting some jams together. What do we got here? Chicken wings? Oh, nice. Fucking nice. I got to meet Iron Maiden in Hollywood and Guitar Center in Los Angeles. Right on. Clippy, thank you. What did Ted Nugent do? Ted Nugent is a massive far right wing Trumper who talked about assassinating the Hillary Clinton and Obama, and he's fucking insane. Did Kid Rock start out an idiot or did he grow into one? Oh, he's pretty much always been an idiot. He just never was a right wing idiot until Trump came along. Making someone hungry. That's my goal. Have you ever met a celebrity? Yeah. So I've met George Wendt, Chris Farley, Gary Fensick of the Chicago Bears. I've met famous newscaster Bill Curtis. You guys might know him as the voice at the beginning of Anchorman. Former Chicago Blackhawks goalie Eddie Belfour. Tom Skilling, the famous Chicago weatherman. What do you prefer, sativa or indica? Sativa, but put whatever the fuck you got in the bag and we'll give it a whirl. Oh, Jesus, we got somebody in here praising Allah. Knock yourself out, man. No, I don't think I knew anybody that knew John Wayne Gacy. Why did Obama have to go? Because he served 2 terms and you can only serve 2 terms. Have you tried edibles? Yeah, a million times. They don't do anything to me. Good old Skilly. Yeah, Tom Skilling is exactly in person as he is in on the TV. He is just the nicest, kindest human being you will ever meet in your life. Just kind of floating through life, happy as shit. Just happy. And he's just a genuine human being. One of the other newscasters at WGN has been following me for a couple of them have been following me for quite some time. One of them is very good friends with Tom Skilling, and we all went to lunch one day down in the city. Just absolutely phenomenal guy, phenomenal. You look tired, Tom. Everything okay with you? Oh yeah, just sometimes you drag ass a little bit. You know what I mean? I've made content the last 2 days. The kids got a lot of stuff going on, so you're running around picking them up and moving them to things like that. Tomorrow we got to get up and we got to go to O'Hare Airport and get interviewed for the global entry. It's the final phase of getting your global entry, so that's going to be fun. Yeah, just it's 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 been so goddamn cold, and everything is like boarded up and closed up and shut up. Like you can't even like go out on the deck and escape, get some fresh air for a minute, And it's just like people are just tired and they just want to go outside, just kind of breathe in the air again. You look fine to me, Tom. Oh, I am fine. I didn't say I wasn't fine. I'm finer than frogs are. What is global entry? You do a whole bunch of pre-screening and you go through a whole bunch of background checks with the federal government, and then if you get approved, and we've sort of been approved, it's just this formality of a hearing, I guess. Maybe it's not a formality. Maybe we could still be denied. But once you get the global entry, when you're going through customs, you don't have to go through those big long lines. You can go through the global entry line, and it scans your face, and it's like, yeah, this guy's been background checked and pre-screened, and he's all good. He's got his passport. Let him through. Oh, cabin fever is definitely real. Plus, by this point in time of the year, like we're going on vacation. Like when we go to Jamaica, it's early February, and we're not going to Jamaica. So it's like we're not going anywhere. We're not getting away from the cold weather for a couple of days. Okay, okay. Much love to you. Glad you're doing well. Thank you. I appreciate that. Watch ICE be waiting there for you. Yeah, my wife goes, "You think we're going to get arrested when we get there because of the shit you say?" I'm like, I don't know. I doubt it, but you don't know. Are you nervous about the midterms? Always. Always. Elections always make me nervous. What are my desk snacks? The Stockholm Syndrome. Why doesn't everyone do what? Are you a homebody or do you like to be out and about? Yes. I love being at home, and I love the fact that I get to work from home, and you know, even though I put a lot of time restraints on myself and I try to still stick myself to a schedule, I can get up and go out, step out on the deck and take a break if I want to. And I also like running errands and traveling and going places. I don't miss the rigors of having a job. I don't miss the rigors of having a company with employees and quotes that need to be constantly done and material that needs to be constantly ordered. I don't miss any of that. I mean, sometimes I do, but I really don't. Bad Bunny saying Spanish stuff at the Super Bowl. Yeah, yeah, he did. Did it make you have a sad? Oh, the global thing? Well, because it also costs money. You have to pay. There's a certain fee that's involved with it, and there are a bunch of steps that go to it. I don't know, and maybe not. A lot of people don't travel globally, internationally. Love to travel and love to come home after I travel. Yes. Oh, right on, Dan Zepping. Um, yeah, traveling is awesome. Really enjoy traveling. Like really enjoy traveling. I want to make so much money that my wife and I can take 3, 4 vacations a year. I'm being very serious when I say that. We don't have 40 years left, and so I'd like to fill that fucking wall with places that are dotted on that fucking map before my time on this earth ends. I fucking love traveling. Have I ever been to the Super Bowl? No. And when the Colts were 7-0 or 7-1 and the number one seed in the NFL, I was like, I might have to buy tickets to San Francisco this year. I might have to fucking dig fucking deep, and then I didn't have to dig deep, which is good. Gives me another year or two to fucking earn more money. I have to get you a proper soft pretzel. That's a weird one to just throw out there, Fama. What's a proper soft pretzel? You would love to go to Osaka, but you're too broke. What's your favorite place you have been to? Jamaica. Um, so we've been to Jamaica 3 times. We've been to the Bahamas. We went to a resort in Mexico for a week. We took a cruise out of New Orleans to Mexico, Honduras, and Belize. We've been up to Vancouver, Canada, and we did the Alaskan cruise. The Alaskan cruise was, oh my God, that was so fucking awesome. But Jamaica is so far the best place outside of the country. Inside of the country, there is no place like Denver to just go and chill and just enjoy. However, there is no city like New Orleans. It is amazing. New Orleans is the one domestic city that I have been to the most outside of Chicago. Mm, I don't know. I like the pretzel chips. I'd love to get to Australia one day. One day. It's on the list. But I want to get to Europe before I get to Australia. As a matter of fact, I'd like to get to Europe, Africa, and South America before I get to Australia. But then I would like to venture to Asia, and Australia eventually. What's your least favorite Midwest state? Ohio, without a question of a doubt. Absolute fucking dog shit. They should wall the entire fucking state off and turn it into a free range prison camp and then put everything that happens in there on closed circuit television and dole it out in pay per view. Ohio. Oh my God, what a dog shit state. Move the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame out of Ohio, move the Football Hall of Fame out of Ohio, and move the Christmas Story house out of Ohio, and then wall that fucking godforsaken state the fuck off. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Let me give you a little bit of a bit of history from the United States. More astronauts in the space program have come from Ohio than anywhere else. That should tell you everything you know about the state of Ohio. It's so fucking bad that people were literally willing to strap themselves to test rockets built by the lowest bidder and blast themselves off the fucking face of the earth so they can get the fuck away from Ohio. Yeah, a strong desire to go to Hawaii. Hawaii is a must do. Must do. But it's got to be done at the right period of time. We got to go to Hawaii when the whales from that we saw in Alaska are down there. So that would be February in Hawaii. Took trains across the country, loved the people, the animals, the scenery, and great meat pies. You're talking about Australia, Jim Frisk is. Yeah, I would love to go visit Australia. Obviously, I want to go see some of the famous things that Australia has to do. The Sydney Opera House, of course, things of that nature. But yeah, I don't know how deep into the outback I'd want to go because it's my understanding they got bugs there the size of sanitation trucks. So would love to go to Korea. I would really love to go to Japan and China. Um, Australia equals humongous spider. See, that's what I'm talking about. I don't need to be like hanging out anywhere where the spiders can stand up on their hind legs and box me. Oh, Hawk knows I don't like Ohio. And oh, by the way, if I could please, if we're gonna just continue to touch on Ohio, fuck the Ohio State Suckeyes. Fuck the entire school. Fuck everybody that's ever played sports for the Ohio State's or state organization. Fuck everybody that works for Ohio State, right down to the fucking janitorial staff. I, yeah, yeah. Fuck the Ohio State Suckeyes. Files are bad in the flies are bad in the outback, but not enough to keep you away. Still a lot of fun. Pub Crocodile Dundee was filmed that right on. Why do I hate Ohio so much? Just numerous reasons. It's like reasons on top of reasons on top of reasons on top of reasons. Um, we don't even have enough time to go into everything, the reason why I hate Ohio as much as I do. But fuck Ohio. Like if you're going from the East Coast to the West Coast, figure out a way to drive around that fucking state. Politics is obviously part of it, but it's not, that's just one small part of it. Columbus, Ohio. Thoughts? No, we're not doing that. A grand jury declines to indict the Mark Kelly and the rest of the lawmakers about the video. Did that really just happen? Right on. Good. Good. No, the whole state. The whole state. The entire fucking state of Ohio. Literally all of it. Wall the whole fucking thing off. I want a 50-foot tall, 10-foot wide wall that goes 10 feet into the ground all the way around the entire fucking state. I want military encampments around the whole fucking thing, and if anybody comes over any stretch of that fucking wall, gone. Vapor. You fuck up and get a life sentence, it's like Escape from New York. We just drop you into Ohio. If Ohio had free weed for its residents, would you move there? Nope. Nope, 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 nope. I can afford my weed. I don't need to live in that fucking shithole for free weed. I don't give a shit if you offered me free weed and weekly Hummers. Not fucking happening. Fuck that shithole. Tennessee. 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 Tennessee's a beautiful state. Absolutely gorgeous state, topographically. And yeah, it's politics are ass backwards. But yeah, other than that, I don't have a problem with um, Tennessee. Most people don't remember, or maybe most young people don't know this. But Bill Clinton and Al Gore came from Arkansas and Tennessee. I mean, you know what I mean? Utah, the fucking Mormons out there. Once again, fucked up politics, but other than that, I don't really have anything against Utah. Way too religious for my liking, but evening back at you, bud. Freedom for Palestine and the rest of the world. Amen. New Hampshire. You get starting to get up there in that area over there, or you getting closer to Maine up there, New Hampshire. I don't have a problem with New Hampshire. I don't ever want to go to Ohio for anything, for any fucking reason whatso fucking ever that you could possibly fucking imagine. Well, happy birthday to you, bud. Once again, Missouri, absolutely stunning country, right? It's fantastic from a topographical standpoint, from a geographical standpoint, but yeah, fucking insane. Missouri is fucking insane. Utah is very beautiful, yes. Arizona is very beautiful. Really crazy, diverse landscape in Arizona. But you know, Arizona also gets grotesquely fucking hot, right? Today it was 110 degrees. I'm sorry, the fuck did you just say? 110 degrees, motherfucker. Their goddamn steering wheels are melting in their fucking cars. Fuck that. Vermont from Montana. Love this part of the country, right on. Sisu? Hmm? You love hot weather? Ugh. Fuck that shit. Fuck that hot weather fucking sucks. You sweat every fucking where. You can't get comfortable no matter what. And I can only take off so many clothes before somebody's handing me a ticket or arresting me for indecent exposure. I can always put more layers on. I can bundle up. I can get cozy next to the fire. Give me cooler weather over hot weather any day of the week. I will say this: the weather in the Caribbean, at least in Jamaica, it really is a different kind of heat, and I can deal with that heat. I'm okay with that heat. Action war movie? No, I've never heard of it. Yeah, Arizona is. Yeah, I mean, really fucking pass on Arizona. You know, I don't ever want to be somewhere permanently where, as I've said before, a baby's first words are often, but it's a dry heat. It's a different kind of heat. It's like a cool breeze heat. It's I can't explain it. My wife told me before we went to Jamaica for the first time, it's a different kind of weather down there. It's a different kind of sun. It's not like it is here up here in the United States of America. And it really is fucking different. We go to Jamaica in February. We've been to Jamaica in January and February. Oh, my wife put me on your work. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, man. Tell the missus I said aloha. Winter here in Tennessee is even too much for me. See, you guys don't even have a winter in Tennessee. Are you fucking kidding me? Tennessee doesn't get winter. Blue Mountain in Jamaica, yep. And the higher up you go in those mountains, like I've been up to the top of Mount Zion a couple times. It's nice and breezy up there. It's nice and cool. It's fucking fantastic. Is Ohio the worst state in the country? No. I think Texas is worse than Ohio. I think Florida is worse than Ohio. I think West Virginia is worse than Ohio. You hit 77 in Tennessee today. It's a little bit soon for a 77. Why is your mom hurt, Wisconsinite? My sister lives in Arizona, and she says that all the time, but it's a dry heat. Yeah, but it's a dry heat. What I mean, So's the heat out of my fucking oven. It's a dry heat. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. You lived in Glendale as a kid. Georgia doesn't really get a winter. When Georgia does get a winter, they all freak the fuck out. So is a bonfire. Exactly. That's dry heat as well. No, I've never been to a presidential library. I don't know how Jamaica is recovering. Later, I worked in the North Rim of Grand Canyon. 10,000 feet. My wife sent you some information about the Jughead lawyer out here in Georgia. Okay. Should Texas be fenced off? I, I've said in a handful of different videos that Texas is that one state that has just so desperately wanted to break off and be their own country, and I say let them. We get about one good snow a year in East Tennessee. I hate Georgia. I want to move back to Vegas. Always enjoy watching your streams. Thank you. Seattle freaks out when we get a half inch of snow. Nothing happens in Tennessee. I'm like, what do you want me to do? Florida too? What? Let Florida break off too? I mean, let the whole Gulf Coast break off if that's what they want to do. Texas, Louisiana, Florida, and those southern tips of Mississippi and Alabama. Let that form a new country. Have you ever been mugged? I've been beaten up and left in an alley by a cop a few times. I've had my car broken into a couple times, but like never had anybody hold a knife or a gun to me to rob me. Yeah, I didn't really care for that whole dildo blitz thing. Oh, I was back in the traveling days. We were too much. They didn't really want to deal with the paperwork for arresting us for the little bit of weed we had on us. They just fucking rough you up a little bit, take your weed, and toss you in an alley. That's happened a few times. They don't want to waste the time to drag you in and process you and arrest you. At least back then, we were dirty hippies. Wisconsin and Illinois into one country. I don't know if that's going to work. Texas to South Carolina and Florida become their own country. Yeah, see, I mean, listen, I focus on Texas because they were their own country at one point in time and they want to be their own country again. And I just say let them. Let Texas go. We lose all those Republican electoral college votes. We pull all of our military bases out of there. Anybody from the United States that wants to go live in the new nation of Texas can go. They're on their own to protect themselves. If anybody like Mexico should happen to invade them, they've got access to international waters along the Gulf Coast. Fuck them, let them go. And when their grid fails and they're not connected to our grid in any way, shape, or form, hey, sorry, can't help you. I don't know off the top of my head how many electoral college votes they have. Somebody's going to have to look that up. Thank you guys very much for hitting the like button. I appreciate that. I'm greatly appreciated as always. Just like on the other apps, it does boost the live. You gotta say, let me see something real quick. I'm not looking that up, but I gotta see something else. Did who go to college? Replace Texas with Puerto Rico? Yeah, I think it's time that we either make Puerto Rico a state or we let them be their own country. One or the other. Do you think all drugs should be legalized? That's an interesting conversation. I don't know the answer to that question. All drugs? Maybe. I didn't watch Bad Bunny's halftime show, so I don't think anything about it. Have I ever been to the UK? Unfortunately, not yet. Do I think Indiana could be blue again? Oh, that's doubtful. I mean, you got to remember, you got a reverse effect of what's going on in Illinois happening in Indiana. In Illinois, you got a little over 12 million people in the whole state, and a little over 9 million of us live in the Chicagoland area. In Indiana, you got a little over 6 million people living in the state, and like 900,000 of them are in Indianapolis. The population, which is very small, is spread out over all of that rural area. Does metro area have 2 million? That's interesting that the metro area has 2 million total. Epstein talking about the pandemic? What? Gary is another population center, and then you have Evansville is a population center. Terre Haute is a population center. I guess you'd say South Bend, with it being the college campus, is a population center. Valpo, I mean, that's up in that same area. Cordon, that's not ringing a bell. Oh yeah. Sorry, guys. The Epstein still alive thing is just fucking crazy to me. Love Terre Haute, Indiana. Been to Terre Haute, Indiana a million times in my life. My cousin went to college in Terre Haute, Indiana. That's the university there, Indiana State University, where Larry Bird went. There are actually a couple of universities in Terre Haute, Indiana, and it was 45 minutes away from Linton, where I was at when in high school. So that's where we would go if we wanted to go to a big town. We went to Terre Haute. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty good. Is Gary the worst city in the U.S.? I don't know. Does South Philly still exist? Tim McVeigh spent some time in Terre Haute. Chicago Heights, somebody said. What do we have here? Hearts in a bowl. Cleveland exists. I'm trying to tell you right there. The Mistake by the Lake, Cleveland, Ohio. Holy shit. Hey, don't be knocking Bloomington, Indiana. That's where my wife and I had our honeymoon. I too still have family in Evansville. You've only been to Indy for the races? Bloomington, Indiana is the San Francisco of Indiana. Yep. Yeah. That's fucking accurate. You're not a fan of O'Hare Airport? Okay. Metallica and Judas Priest in Louisville the night Richie Faulkner low-key nearly died on stage. Interesting. I saw Metallica with the Cult in Evansville. It was 88, 89? The Damaged Justice Tour. Crazy Kaplan's fireworks just over the border. If you could interview one musician, living or dead, who would it be and what question would you ask? That is not a question one can answer off the top of their head, but it's a rather interesting question because I mean, there are a million musicians. You know, obviously you've got Jerry Garcia, Jimi Hendrix, Stevie Ray Vaughan, a chunk of the Beatles. I mean, Bob Marley, Elvis Presley, Janis Joplin. I fuck Ozzy Osbourne. Who knows? That is a fucking complex question. That's just the dead people, for fuck's sake. I don't know that Michael Jackson would be in my team photo of people that I would consider having an interview with. Do you think Savannah Guthrie's mom is still alive? Nope. No. No. I would almost guarantee she's dead. Metallica was the first band to perform on all 7 continents. They performed in Antarctica. Crazy libs here. Do you not like liberals? Do liberals give you the ick? Do liberals make you go, ew? If aliens were about to destroy the earth, what would my last meal be? Jesus, Mary, and fucking Joseph. You guys are coming out with some weird shit. Steak burrito. Heavy on the green sauce. Ooh, there's a sun with sunglasses. Interesting. Love your work from Los Angeles. Thank you very much. Yours would be tuna and yogurt. Wow. Slow down. Save some partying for the rest of us. Sir, this is going to be your last meal ever. What would you like? I'll go ahead and take the baby field green salad with the light balsamic vinaigrette dressing. Some gargonzola crumbles. Caramelized walnuts. You like men. Are we really getting trolled by some no-face coward troll here on the live? Is this really what's happening? Oh, my word. My last meal would be street nacho, not tacos. There you go. See, now you're talking. I like them. They're old school trolls. The coward is you. You don't even stand up for your homeland? Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Sorry, I had to block a Nazi. Thanks for the content. You're welcome. You're welcome. So, just some things about my content really quickly. I do Monday night lives now with guests. Last night I had Tennessee Brando. A week ago I had on Empathy Tour David Clayton. Next week is going to be Boston Smalls. Monday nights. That time varies, so you're going to have to hit that little bell icon so you get notified when I go live. But that's going to be anywhere from 7 to 8 p.m. on Monday nights. We do these on 7 p.m. on Tuesday nights. My wife and I are going to start going live on Saturday nights. I put 25 new video or pieces of content on this platform every day. 10 shorts get released at 9 a.m. Central. And then there is a full length video, which is 3 minutes or more, at 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 2:33, 3:34, 4:35, 5:36, 6:30, and 7 p.m. Yeah, Tennessee Brandon was last night. But here's the thing. Every live I have ever done is archived on my page in the form of a video for you to go back and watch, including last night's live with Tennessee Brando. Every impromptu live I've ever done, every Taco Tuesday live I've ever done, every live that my wife and I will do is all going to be archived on my page in the form of a video. So go check out last night's interview with Tennessee Brando. It's about an hour and 10 minutes long. Check out the previous weeks. Go look at all my old Taco Tuesdays and my impromptu lives. And like I said, spread the word if you could, please. This is how I keep a roof over my family's head through this content. So the more you watch it, the more you spread the word, the more people come and watch it, the better it's going to be for me to be able to keep a roof over my head and continue to do this type of content. But as long as I can do it, that's what you're going to get. 25 new videos a day, a few lives every week, and that's it, right? Until I've made another. Yeah, that's not going to happen, Metal. That's not going to happen. Until I've made enough money to actually retire or I pass, one or the other. So, with that being said, I am going to go put my feet up, have something sweet, and maybe a glass of milk to close my evening down. You guys go catch up on all my old content and my old videos. If you wouldn't mind, go to my website, order some merch. My St. Patrick's Day merch is out now, plus all the other merch that I have year round. Go buy yourself one of my 2 books. Book me for a video cameo on the app Cameo. I do video messages for people. You want to tell somebody congratulations on the baby, congratulations on the promotion, or you just want to tell your friend how much his fucking team sucks. I can be booked for that over on Cameo. All of that's on my website, oldhippiemedia.com, link in bio, all right? All right, hasta lasagna, don't get any on you.